Today, we are going to work on flexibility and stretching and range of motion strength. So, you need a mat, a towel or a pillow, a chair, and wall space, and your beautiful bodies. All right, yay! Okay, so I'm not wearing shoes today, so you can take your shoes off if you want. Cool. First of all, let's get some air into our lungs. Reach up, deep breath, and then exhale. Good, do it again. Deep breath, and exhale. One more time, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Good. Okay, we're going to bring your hands right behind your ears against your skull. Okay, pull the elbows out and then shoulders down. We're going to do what's called a good morning. So bring your feet about hip distance apart, toes forward, plant your feet, open your chest, keep your spine long. Now you're going to hinge forward, keep your back flat, elbows back. You should start to feel a stretch in your hamstrings. Go only as far as you can go without rounding your back, and then press into the floor with your feet and stand back up. Okay, I'm going to turn sideways now so you can see what that looks like. So you're going to keep that spine long, keep your chin neutral, so tuck that orange under your chin, elbows out wide, squeeze the shoulder blades down and in, and then fold forward, keeping the back flat. Look down, don't look up. That's the worst thing you could do, is to look up. So your back should be flat, and then you're going to come back up. Now just go as far as you can without rounding your back, okay? And keep the chin tucked. Do it again. We're hinging forward at the hips, keeping the back flat. You should feel the stretch through your hamstrings and probably into your back. And you're breathing the whole time, okay? Keep going, nice and slow. Elbows stay back, so as soon as anything starts to give, stop, and then come back up. Good. Keep breathing. Your knees should be slightly bent, not locked back, but not bent very far. Because if you start to bend the knees, you're going to do a squat. We're not doing squats today. Yay! All right, bring it down again. And then pull it up. Push the feet into the floor. Okay, come down again. Good morning. Good morning. Yay. We're going to do 2 more. Flat back. This is nice and slow and controlled. Good. One more time. And press into the floor. Come back up. And then relax. Good. Shake that out. Very nice. Okay, so you should get work through the shoulders, right? And your low back. You should not have any pain. So remember, anything that we're doing, modify it so that you're not in pain anywhere. You should feel mild stretching, but back off of the stretch if it bothers you, okay? Okay, our next move is scapular wall slides. So you need to get against the wall. I'm going to use this side wall over here so you can kind of see what goes on. You're going to bring your feet about 6 inches away from the wall, and then make sure your hips, back, and shoulders are against the wall. So don't let your back arch too far away from the wall. There's going to be some space there, but I want you to pull your abdominals back so that your back is pressing against the wall. Okay, then bring your hands out and then back. If you can touch the wall without arching away, that's good. If you can't, that's all right too. Put the elbows against the wall, okay? Now, we're gonna keep this same position. Tuck your chin with an orange there, and then you're gonna slide your arms up as high as you can without leaving the wall and without arching away, okay? As high as you can. If that's only right here, that's fine, okay? Slide it up, hold it at the top without coming away from the wall with your arms, and then come back down and hold it there. So really engage your abs, really set those abs back so you feel your abdominals really working hard to keep your back against the wall, okay? So here we go, we're gonna do it again. Again, feet 6 inches away from the wall or so. You're gonna plaster your back against the wall. Bring your arms up, keep the elbows bent. Try to keep the back of your hands and the back of your head against the wall. And then slide up as far as you can go without arching away. Really set those abs. Hold it here. Press in. And then come back down. So we're really working hard here. So this is going to help us get our posture back to where it needs to be. Okay, so press the back into the wall, slide the arms up, keep the back of your head against the wall without lifting it. Whoops, my elbows came away. Now come back down. Good. We're going to do this 2 more times. So when you have the back of your head against the wall, it's not like this. Okay, press it back, keeping the orange against or under the chin. So if you need to get an orange, go get one. Okay, the back of your hands, elbows against the wall. Keep pressing those abs in, and then reach up as high as you can without the elbows leaving the wall. Hold it here and breathe, and then bring it back down. One last time. Bring it up. Slide it up as high as you can. Keep those elbows back. Some people can go all the way up here without getting away from the wall. That's where we want to work to get to. Good. Now bring it back down and release it. Shake it out. So you should have felt that up here in the middle of your back, all those muscles here. Yes. And your lower back a little bit because we were really trying to push it in. And of course our shoulders. So that's going to tell you if your posture is in good health. If we're rounded a lot, we're jutting our head out, that is going to be really hard to do. But the more you do it, the better your posture becomes, and that's really important. Your posture keeps you breathing correctly, all your organs working correctly, and your digestion is working correctly. Your neck muscles are good because of the posture. Lots of things happen if you have good posture versus bad posture. Okay? So now we're going to keep your elbows in at your sides and bend them at 90 degrees like this. Okay? And then as you keep them in, we're going to roll the shoulders up and back and then down. Okay, so squeeze them up, squeeze them back and down. You want to try to keep your hands right where they started. Don't move them. Okay, roll up, squeeze those elbows in, squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. Bring it up, back and down. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. One more time. Up, back, and down. Good. Now, drop the arms, shake out the hands. Okay? We're going to do that one again, just to get you in practice of trying to get those elbows or shoulders to move without the arms moving. Okay, so roll it up, back, and down. Shrug it up shoulder blades, what they do when we do each of those positions. And you really want to learn to keep those shoulders or shoulder blades pulled back and down. That helps open up the chest and again works on that beautiful posture we're looking for. Okay? All right, now I want you to find the corner of a wall. If you don't have that, I'll show you what we can do instead. But first of all, the corner. So I have a corner right here. I'm going to place my forearm at shoulder height, the elbow at shoulder height on either side of the corner, okay? And then I'm going to step back a little bit. I'm going to bring one foot forward, and then I'm going to lean in until I feel a nice stretch in the chest. Notice how the shoulder blades pull together. Okay, we're going to hold that stretch. You keep it there if you have a corner. If you don't have a corner, the next best thing is to find a door jamb. You can put your arms on either side if the door jamb is narrow enough. If it's a wide door, don't do it against a wide door. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing. Your elbows are going to be up at shoulder height. You're going to step back a little bit, and then one foot goes forward. You're going to lean into the stretch, keeping your elbow and palm against the door jamb, and hold that there. You should feel the stretch in through the chest, all the way under your arms, and you should feel your shoulder blades pull together. I'm going back to my corner. Now release it if you've been holding it all this time. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other foot forward. Okay, so line it up, you're leaning in. You're going to step forward with the other foot and then press just enough to get that stretch. You should not be uncomfortable again. Okay, so pull the belly button in, squeeze, hold this. Remember not to hold your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more, breathe in, breathe out, and then release it. Good, so now we have opened up the chest. We've worked on shoulder stability and flexibility on that part. Okay, so you should be nice and stretched up here, a little bit back here, some back here. Working from the top down today. Good, all right, so now we're going to do an IT band stretch, okay, and then the TFL, that's the main one. That's the tensor fasciae latae, and it's kind of hidden in this area of your hip. It's kind of hard to find, but it's the one that gets really tight and causes IT band, which is right along here, pain. It can be either painful up here in the hip or down here in the knee, on the outside of the knee, and then that's where you hear, let's get the IT band stretched to get those pains relieved. So, in order to stretch that, we're going to take the right foot and cross it over the left. Now, if you have trouble with this stance right here, stand next to the wall or next to the chair and hold on to the chair. Okay, but we're going to cross the right over the left. Okay, and then we're going to slide our hands down towards the floor. Keep your head in neutral. And you should feel the stretch on the, well, everywhere pretty much in the legs. But you'll feel it in the left leg on the outside just a tiny bit. Okay, so we're going down. Hold it here. Whatever is comfortable. Remember, hang on if you need to. And then slowly bring it up. Pull that belly button in. Use those abs. Good. All right, now keep the legs crossed. We're going to reach up with the right hand and pull it over. So now we're getting the outside of that right side. Okay, and again, hold on if you need to. I'll get closer. Like so. How's that feeling? Pretty good. Or not so good, who knows? All right, bring it up and back down and then uncross. And we're going to do the same thing with the left leg crossing. You're going to cross the left over the right. Stand tall. And then bring your hands against your legs. Bend forward. You can slightly bend the knees if you need to. Okay, and now you're going to feel that stretch on the outside of the right leg, maybe in the hamstring as well. Keep it here for just a few seconds. Keep breathing. Keep your head neutral, so don't look up. Now slide yourself back up. Use those abs. Good. And then we're going to reach up with the left hand and pull it over. Oopsie, I touched the light. Pull it over. And again, if you need to hang on to something, please do, because none of this needs to be moving and hopping and being out of balance. Okay, we need to get the stretches. Those are important. So hold it here. Good, and then come back up and uncross. Very nice. So now we're going to work on the hip flexors, right here in the front of your hips. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab your chair. I'm going to get mine out of the corner. Now my chair is a high chair because we don't have any low chairs like dining room chairs. These are our dining room chairs because we have a high table. But this is fine. You can use whatever you have. So if you don't have a chair handy, use a bench or something that you can put your foot up on. So we're going to take the right foot and we're going to put it up on the chair. You can also use the rung of the chair if it's too high to get up on the seat. Okay, we're going to stretch the front of the left hip. So what I want you to do is lean into the foot that's on the chair. Make sure the chair is against a wall or something so it doesn't slide away, or it's on your mat so it doesn't slide. Otherwise, you're going to be doing the splits. We don't need that. Okay, so you should feel the stretch into the hip, front of the hip on the left, and possibly down into that quad. Keep the heel down on the back foot. Okay, and just hold this stretch and then come away. Keep your foot on the top here. Okay, and we're going to do it again. Slowly move into the stretch. Go as far as is comfortable for you, getting a stretch. No pain, okay? No pain is all gain. Now, if you need a little bit more stretch, squeeze this glute, okay? You can feel that engage a little bit more, that little deeper stretch right in here. Are you breathing? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good, and back away, keep your foot on top. Stay tall. Remember, our back needs to be nice and long, chest stays open, shoulder blades down and in. Always, always. All right, let's do it again. Move in. Just to where you feel comfortably stretching on this front here of the hip. Squeeze the left glute. Breathe. Sing a song. Do a dance. No dancing. All right, and then press it back up. Stay tall. We're going to do it just one last time. So move in. Breathe. Hold this here. There's another way to get this a little bit deeper into that hip if you're still not getting it. Reach up with that left hand and pull back just a little bit. This is why we need to have the chairs against the wall or on a mat that won't slide. We're putting a lot of weight into that chair. Good, and bring it back, and then we're going to step down. So now you should feel uneven. That one was a really long stretch, so now your right side probably feels a little shorter. So we're going to fix that. Let's put that left foot up on the chair. Stay nice and tall. And then you're going to lean into it, keeping the heel down on the right foot. Okay? Good. And just go as far as is comfortable. Keep your hips square to the chair. Don't let it roll out. Okay? Back nice and long. Shoulder blades pulled down. Breathing. Breathing, breathing, breathing. So we're going to do this a total of 5 times on this side. And that will give it a chance to loosen up and stretch the way we want it to. Good. All right, let's move in. Just far enough to where you feel a good stretch, no pain. And then, of course, squeeze the right glute. That'll get a little bit deeper stretch if you need it. If you don't need it, don't do it, right? Listen to your body. Everybody's at a different level, so you do what you can do. All right, we're gonna press it back, stay tall. Very nice, that was 2, right? We have 3 more to go. Press it. Bring it in, breathe, 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 breathe. Squeeze. If you want to, raise that right arm, looking up. You don't have to look up if that throws you off, but lean back. The stretch is deeper when you look up. All right, bring it back down and up. Good, good, good. Now let's go again. Lean in, reach up if you want. This is optional. Squeeze that glute on the right. Feel the stretch all the way down the front of that right hip into the right thigh. Breathe. And bring the arm down, stand back up. Good, we're gonna do it one last time. Lean in, squeeze, reach. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Oh yes, that feels very good. Keep the shoulders out of the ears. And bring it back down. Nicely done. Okay, step down. So now we have that nice long stretch in the front of our hips. That should have felt good. If it did not feel good, you're on you, right? Okay, now I'm going to turn this, or take this back a little bit. Done with that for just a moment. So now we're going to do a deep lunge for the hip flexor. So this one is a little bit more challenging just because it's a lunge, but it's going to still work and work on hip flexor stretching. I'm focusing a lot on this hip flexor because we do a lot of sitting, especially now that we're at home and we're not out and about. We tend to sit a little bit more maybe, or in everyday life we just sit quite a bit, if you think about it, compared to walking around all day. Hip flexors get really tight, and then that leads to back pain. We're going to go forward with the right foot, and then we're going to go, I'm going to use the chair if I need to. So we're going to go into a deep lunge here. Keep this knee above the ankle, okay? And then as we're lowering down, you want to try to push the back of your knee on the extended leg out, away from the floor, okay, here. So you should feel the stretch in the front here, maybe in here, maybe a little bit on the inner thigh, okay? We're keeping the back straight, keeping the chin tucked in, and we're breathing. Okay, I'm going to press the back of my knee a little bit further back, trying to get the heel to touch the floor. It doesn't touch the floor, but that's okay. If yours does, that's okay too. All right, 10 more seconds. Breathe. We should be feeling a really good stretch here, right here. I do anyway. And bring it up. Very nice. Okay, we're going to change legs, switch legs. So now the left foot is forward. Take the right foot way back and then sink down into that lunge. Okay, so I start with the knee bent just to get the lunge. The knee on the front leg stays right over the ankle. Okay, so the lower leg is vertical. Then I'm going to press the back of my knee on the right leg back away from the floor. trying to get the heel to touch the floor. It does not touch, but that's okay. Okay, straighten that knee as much as you can. If you need to lean forward a little bit to take the pressure out of your back, that's fine. Stay tall through the back. Press the back of that extended legs, knee all the way back. Squeeze that glute. And you're breathing. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Yes, we can do this. So it doesn't have to be a super deep lunge, right? It's just a nice long lunge with that back leg really extended. And we're breathing still. Good job. Keep your neck and head neutral. And then bring it up. Very nice. Slide it in. Good. All right, we've really stretched this front, haven't we? Yes, we have. Okay, but we're still going to work on it a little bit. Again, it's a super tight area. So now we're going to do the runner's stretch. So what we're going to do is similar to the lunge that we just did, but we're going to come down here, and you're going to press your hands into the floor or mat if you can. Okay, you're going to keep the knee right over the ankle. Okay, we're stretching that back leg again. So straighten it as much as you can. Pull the shoulders away from your ears. So you should be getting even a further stretch, right? If that's too much, come back up a little bit, raise your hips, okay? Try to keep your back flat. We don't want too much of a rounded back. So if you can't reach the floor with your hands without rounding too much, then bring it up and set one arm on your leg, the same side, okay? Now, drop the back knee to the mat, and then relax the toes, or the foot. So put the top of your foot on the floor, okay? Push your chest forward, and we're really getting a stretch here. I am anyway. Keep breathing. Keep your head neutral. Back off of it a little bit if it's hurting too much. No pain. We don't want pain. All right, and then back off all the way. Slide that foot back, and then we'll switch sides. Okay, so we're going to bring that foot forward. The left foot's forward. Your hands are on the floor right next to the foot. Keep the knee above the ankle, and then bring that back leg up and slide it back so that you can really straighten it and feel that stretch. Good. I am breathing, concentrating on the stretch. It's really getting me. Stretching, stretching, stretching. I definitely need this one. So push the back of that knee up towards the ceiling. Straighten that knee as hard as you can. Keep breathing. Okay, now we're going to drop the back knee and drop the foot so the top of your foot is against the floor. And then press your chest into the front leg. Is that good? I think so. All right, release it. Now we're going to come back up to a standing position. Okay, so I'm using my chair to help me up. You can do the same. If you need to grab a drink, get one. Okay, so we've stretched the hip flexors a little bit into the quads, but we're going to do a quad stretch standing. This is the standard quad stretch that we all see. So use the wall, or your chair, the back of your chair, whatever you want to use. We're going to pull the right foot up, out to the side first. Grab the ankle or the foot or the shin, wherever you can grab, okay? And then we're going to drop the knee down next to the other knee. Squeeze your glutes, and now we're getting the stretch all the way through the front of that thigh, right? Plant the standing foot into the floor. Again, upper body is nice and tall. When we're doing this stretch, you don't want to be doing this, okay? So if your knee doesn't go all the way down without you leaning, then just bring it to where it can, okay? So keep that spine straight, up and down. Squeeze your glutes. This really deepens that stretch. Relax your grip on the wall. Don't hang on for dear life. Make that standing foot do the work. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. Very nice. Now, bring it out and then release it. Shake it out a little bit. Okay, and then bring it up again. We're going to do it again. So bring that foot up, grab wherever you can. And if you're not able to grab it at all, then don't do this stretch. We'll do another one. So squeeze your glutes. Good. And then bring the foot out and release it. Shake it out. So if you're not able to bring that foot up, step back with the right foot. Unlock the knees, do a pelvic tilt, and then squeeze your glutes. You're going to get a hip flexor stretch again, but this will help stretch here too. Okay, so the rest of us are going to come back up. Drop the knee down next to the other knee. Keep your spine tall. Squeeze the glutes and breathe. Good, good, good. All right, bring that foot out and shake it out. Good. All right, now we're going to do the left side. Okay, I'm going to go back here so I can hang on to my chair. Just for demonstration purposes, right? Okay, so planting the right foot into the floor, bring your left foot out to the side, bend the knee and grab it. If you're getting a hamstring cramp when you bring this up, straighten that knee and lean forward with the heel on the floor, toes up to stretch the back. We will get there, but if you're getting a cramp right now, then grab it. So holding on if you need to so you're not bouncing around or you're not wobbling. Okay, we're going to hold still. Squeeze your glutes, the knee right next to the other knee if you can get it there. Spine tall. And breathe, breathe. Light touch on whatever you're holding on to, not a death grip, okay? Good. Squeeze those glutes. That should feel good. Remember, if it doesn't feel good, back off a little bit. Back off a little bit to get it to not feel bad. Good. Now we're going to bring it out to the side and drop it down, shake it out. Good. Bring it back up and pull it in, squeeze, breathe. Nice and tall. We are growing 5 inches because we're being nice and tall. Breathe in, breathe out, squeeze, and then bring the foot out and shake it out. We're going to do one more. So you're going to plant that right foot hard into the floor. Bring the foot out to the side and then drop the knee down. Squeeze your glutes. Stand tall. Open up that chest. Open it up. Very focused today on stretching our leg muscles. Good. Now bring that foot out and relax. Very nice. we have the quads stretched. We have the hip flexors stretched. We have some of the IT band areas stretched, right? We did a little bit of back work. And now we're going to go into our chairs. And we're going to work on our necks just a little bit. So I'm going to sit in this nice high chair. So what you want to do is sit on your chair, sit at the front edge of your chair, and make sure your feet are planted on the floor, okay? So normally in a regular chair, your knees would be up about hip height. Mine are a little lower because my chair is higher. So sitting up nice and tall, let me turn at a slight angle, then you can see a little bit. Nice and tall, sitting at the edge of your chair, okay? I want you to put 2 fingers of your right hand against your chin, okay? And then I want you to make a double chin. So you're squeezing your chin back, and then you're going to release it. So you're not really pushing hard with the fingers. We're just keeping the chin where it needs to be, and we're tucking it like this, like we're trying to squeeze the juice out of that orange that I always tell you have right here. Have that orange. So now we're trying to juice the orange. So squeeze it, breathe, and release it. Good. Try to keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Chest open. Squeeze that orange. It makes me talk funny. And release it. Good. We're going to do it 3 more times. So squeeze the orange like this, right? And then these fingers are just touching. They're not pushing. It just kind of gives you direction of where to go. And then release it. And squeeze it. You should also feel the stretch in the back of your neck, okay? Again, pull it in. And release it. Let's do it one more time. Squeeze it in. And release it. Good. All right, now we're going to do a side stretch or a lateral stretch for our neck. So I'm still at the front edge of my chair. I'm going to grab underneath the seat with my right hand. Okay? Just let your left hand relax. And then we're going to tilt your head to the left. So this is helping keep the shoulder down on the right side by holding onto the chair. And it also gets a deeper stretch. So now you're going to feel that stretch here, all the way into here, right? If you don't feel that, go a little further if you can, but keep holding on to the chair. If you feel it too much, back off of it a little bit, okay? So pulling it down, relax that left side, okay? And we should feel the stretch right along from the ear down into the shoulder of that right side. Good. Now slowly bring your head back up to neutral, and we're going to do it again. So tilt the head to the left, thinking about taking the left ear to the left shoulder, but not like this. Okay, bring that shoulder down. Do you feel that? Oh, yes. Sometimes we don't pay attention to stretching our neck, and we wonder why we have such tension and maybe headaches. It's because we're not stretching these muscles and giving them good work to elongate. Good, now bring your head back up, and then relax that right arm out. Okay, shake it out. Now grab the underneath the seat with your left hand. Still keep your spine nice and tall. No slouching. Get the rib cage off the hip bones. Good. All right, nice and tall. Keep the orange space right here. And then relax the right arm, holding with the left. We're going to tilt the head to the right. Good. Do you feel that? Try not to lift that shoulder. Press it down. Hold against that chair. Oh yeah. Relax the right. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep your spine long. Set your abs. Always got to set the abs. Good. Keep it there. Breathe. Now slowly bring your head back up. Okay. Make sure your right is relaxed and your left hand is holding on, but not like this. Okay. Hold on. Tilt your head to the right. Feeling that stretch. Does one side stretch better than the other? That's typical. That's a normal phenomenon about the human body when we don't pay attention to it as well as we should. So one side's a little tighter than the other, and that's normal, but we can change that by doing this on a regular basis. Good. All right, now slowly bring your head back up and shake it out. Good. Okay, now we're going to put the hands on the back of the head. Elbows go out like we did with our good mornings. But this time, we're going to tuck the chin down, but don't pull with your hands. Just rest them there. Tuck it down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now lift your head back up. Good. Do that again. Tuck the chin down. Elbows stay out wide. Set your abs. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathe. And lift it back up. Good. We're going to do that one more time. Remember, not pressing hard with the fingers. Drop the chin in. Tuck it down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathe. And bring it back up. Take the hands down. Very nice. We'll do a little bit more when we get down on the mat for that. All right, so speaking of that, we're going to get down on the mat. So I'm going to move my chair and have your towel handy or your pillow, whatever you have. Okay? We're going to do a Superman Y lift. So we're going on our stomachs. Okay, we're going to bring our arms out in a Y and our legs out in a V. Okay, head stays down. So if you need to see what I'm doing first, come up here and look. Okay, don't lift your chin. Got to keep that neutral spine. So I'm in a Y with my arms and my legs are out wide. And we're going to lift everything up and then bring it down. Okay, we're going to lift up, hold it, breathe, squeeze, and then drop it down. Keep your head neutral, so keep the orange tucked in your chin. Lift up, breathe, and bring it down. Lift up, squeeze, breathe. Breathe, 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 squeeze, and bring it down. We're going to do one more. Lift it up, squeeze hard, breathe, and relax. Good. All right, now you can prop up on your forearms. Did that work okay? If you were lifting your chin, you were probably pinching back here in the back of the neck, which could cause you to be dizzy or give you a headache or cause damage in the discs. So remember, you must keep your chin neutral. Okay, that orange, squeeze the orange between your chin and your chest in all of this. Okay, now we're going to grab the towel and you're going to put your forehead on the towel. And then you're going to drop your arms to the sides with your palms up. Okay? Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And then I want you to lift your head 1 or 2 inches off the towel and then drop it back down. So all you're doing is squeezing the juice out of the orange, make that double chin, and then drop down. So lift it up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Just lift your head by squeezing the orange and then drop it down. Squeeze it up and drop it down. 2 more times. Squeeze it up. It doesn't come up very high. And then down. So we're not lifting the chest, we're just lifting your head towards the ceiling. Lift it up. And down. I know I said 2 more times, but we're going to do even 2 more, and then that will be it. So squeeze it up. And bring it down. Now this is the last time. Squeeze it up. And bring it back down. Very nice. All right, come up to your hands and knees. And we're going to stretch the back a little bit. So hands right below the shoulders, knees right below the hips. Your back is flat. And we're going to do a cat back stretch. So you're going to round your back, pull those belly buttons way up. And I said those belly buttons because I know there's a lot of people out there, not just one. Good. And then flatten it out. And then round it up again, hold it. Don't hold your breath, just hold the stretch. Stretch it out. And then relax. So I want you to keep your back flat, keep your chin neutral, and then I want you to turn your head side to side from the right down to the center and to the left, keeping that orange space between your chin and your chest. Roll it over to the right. Bring it back down to the center. Roll it to the left. Bring it back down to the center. Roll it to the right one more time. Are your shoulders away from your ears? Your back is flat, belly button is up. Roll it to the left. Bring it back down to the center. And then come up. Very nice. Okay, so now what we're going to do is a hamstring stretch. And we're going to use the wall. And hopefully you have a wall and then a doorway. That is the best for this one, but if not, I'll show you how to modify that. So you're going to lay on your back with your hips right against the wall. Okay? I'm going to be on the right side of my doorway so I can do my right hamstring. Okay, and then I'm going to bring my towel here. Okay, so your hips need to be right up against the wall, and then the other leg is extended out on the floor or bent. It does either way. But what you're going to do is you're going to bring your right leg up against the wall and try to press the back of the knee against the wall. Okay, so this is a hamstring stretch. I want you to pull your toes towards your shin. Oh yeah, that's tight. Okay, if that's not enough of a stretch, reach your right hand towards your right foot, lift it up, and then grab your toes and pull them down. Okay, so if this is plenty of stretch, like it is for me, then we're going to keep it here. If you're lifting up, still press the back of your knee into the wall and pull those toes down. Okay, keep it here and breathe. Breathe, 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 breathe. Now if you still want, if you have the doorway here, and you can get your left leg out onto the floor, straighten that leg and squeeze that glute, you'll get a little bit of a hip flexor stretch. Notice how it needs to be stretched again. Keep this hamstring up Keep those toes pulling down towards your shin. Oh yeah. All right, now release it. Relax. And then let's do it again. Press it up. Pull the toes down. Push the back of your knee into the wall. Woo! My hamstrings used to be a lot more flexible. How about you? Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Oh, yes. All right, relax it and bring it down. So now we're going to do the left side. I'm going to scoot over so that I can get onto the left side of the doorway. Take my little towel with me. Okay, and then we're going to put the left leg up on the wall. Get your hip right against the wall if you can. Don't lift it off the floor though. Okay, and then you can keep the right leg bent if you want to start with. Okay, and then we're going to pull the toes towards the shin and press the back of the knee into the wall. And we're breathing, breathing, breathing. Breathing, breathing. Again, if this isn't enough of a stretch, reach up, grab those toes and pull them in and press the back of your knee towards the wall. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Oh, yeah, yeah. We're stretching, we're stretching. Yes, indeed, we're stretching. This is a good one for me. Hopefully it is for you. All right, we're going to release that and relax it. Hoo-wee, hoo-wee, hoo-wee. All right, and then we're going to go back up. Get the hip against the wall, back of the knee against the wall, pull the toes down, and if you want to, stretch the right leg out, although that makes my toes come up on my left. Stretch it out. That means I'm super tight in the hip flexor. Super tight. Especially on my right side. Remember, my right side is my bad one. Frustrating. But I'm doing it. Yeah, yeah. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. How you doing? Cheers, everybody. Oh, yeah. All right. 10 seconds to go. Breathe in, breathe out. We got this, we got this. Hang in there. And release it. Good job. Okay, I'm going to roll over to my side so I can get back up. Right? Because we don't come straight up off the spine. We're going to keep our body safe. So, what we're going to do is we're going to kneel. But this time we're going to take the left leg out to the side. And we're going to plant that foot into the floor. Toes facing that way, forward. Okay, and now we're going to get a good inner thigh stretch. So what you want to do here is sit back towards your heel on the right foot. Support yourself with that right hand, and then take your left hand and reach for the foot. Do you feel that stretch? Oh, that feels really good in that inner thigh of the left leg. Breathe in, breathe out. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. That feels so good. Uh-huh. Hold it, breathe. And then come back up. And then we'll switch legs. Okay, now we're going to take the right leg out. I'll turn this way so you can see what the whole thing looks like. So your left knee is on the towel or pillow. Okay, you're going to extend the right leg out to the side. And you control how far you go back on your heel. Okay, and then we're going to support the weight with the left hand. And we're going to sit back towards the left heel. right? And then to get more of a stretch, we reach here. Make sure your right toes are facing forward, not out to the side. That's a nice stretch for inner thighs. My inner thighs do extra work because of the hip replacements that I have, and the outer thigh work outer thigh muscles don't work as well, so the inner thigh muscles take over. So I have super tight inner thighs. Is that feeling good? Hopefully. All right, we're gonna release that and bring it back in. And now you're gonna lay on your back. All right, right leg crosses over, our famous figure 4 stretch for the piriformis. Lift the left foot off the floor. Press this right knee out to the side. You should be feeling a stretch deep in the hip of the right side. Breathing in, breathing out. Now take your arms out into a T, palms up. You're going to let your right foot drop over to the left side. And then left foot goes on the floor and drop that right foot to the floor. Look over your right shoulder. Little deeper stretch in that hip. You guys are doing a good job. I hope you're feeling good, feeling stretched. All right, we're going to bring that back up. Keep the left foot on the floor and then drop the right foot down. So now you're going to cross the left foot over the right thigh. Bring your right foot off the floor. Take your left hand and push that right knee or left knee out to the side. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep it here. Breathing, breathing. Now take your arms out into that T. Palms are up. Drop the right foot down. And then drop your left foot over to the right side until it touches the floor. And then turn your head to the left. Look over that left shoulder. Press both shoulders down and breathe. Do you feel that stretch into the left hip? Left obliques are getting a stretch. It feels really good. Keep breathing. Hold it here a few more seconds. Good. Bring your head back to center. Bring your leg over, keeping the right foot on the floor, and then uncross. Very nice. Now, bring your knees to your chest, grab underneath, and pull them in. Rock side to side, gently. Gently, gently, gently. Keep breathing. Good, bring it to center. Now drop your feet down, extend your legs, extend your arms back, stretch and take a deep breath. And exhale. Keep stretching. Take a deep breath. Fill up those lungs. And exhale. Good, all right. We're going to roll over to one side. We're going to sit up and we're going to do our final stretch. So this one is going to be out wide with the legs, kind of a V, not all the way straight out. Okay, and sit up nice and tall. And then we're going to bend forward, reach towards your feet, keep your toes to the ceiling, and keep your back flat. Okay, so we're not rounding, we're not caving in, right? We're flat. So let me go out to the side here. We're moving forward this direction. As soon as you start to feel this happen, stop and then back up and hold it. Okay, so all the way out as far as you can without rounding. Chest is open, shoulders are down. Hold on to those legs. Let your lower back feel the stretch. Hamstrings are going to feel the stretch. And then slide it back up nice and tall. And then sit comfortably, whatever that is for you. Good. And then we're going to take a deep breath from the outside up. Deep breath. Exhale, pull it down. Then we're going up from the center. Deep breath. Out, push it away. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. One more time, bring it up. Pull it in. And we're done.